We built 4 pieces of software. 3 of them still barely make money. 1 of them paid off fast. All 4 of them work fine. It took me a year to figure out what made that one different. Hey, I'm Jay Kim. I run a quant trading system and I build software with a small team in Korea. Business and investing are closer than they look, just different seats. I share what's going on in my life and what I make of it. Today, why only 1 of our 4 products paid off. We make tools for large in-person events, thousands of people in one room, sometimes more than 10,000. But we didn't set out to start a software company. We were helping run those events ourselves. We took signups in a spreadsheet. We matched payments against bank records, 1 line at a time. At the door, we printed the list on paper and looked for names by hand. Do that a few times and a thought shows up. We keep doing this by hand. Why don't we just build it? So we built 4 things. The first one takes signups and payments. A form works fine right up until you have to confirm who actually paid. If you've run an event, you know the one. The second one checks people in at the door with a QR code, so nobody stands in line. The third one puts live captions on the stage screen. And the fourth one puts messages from the audience, sent from their own phones, up on that same screen. All 4 of them work. We didn't kill any of them. All 4 genuinely saved somebody time. But the money came in properly on one, the 4th. I'm not going to name the products. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'll just call them the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. One thing up front, we only operate in Korea right now. We'd like to go wider one day. Not yet. So this isn't a, you should try this. It's closer to, here's what I got wrong. It took me a long time to see it. The first 3 make an existing job easier. Signing people up, letting them in, putting captions on a screen, work that would happen anyway, in a spreadsheet, on paper, by hand. The 4th one is different. It creates something that wasn't there before. Someone sitting in the audience puts their own words on the stage screen. Without us, that simply doesn't happen. The first 3 remove friction. The 4th one makes something new. And here's what I learned. Making something easier gets you a thank you. A thank you is not the same as money, which is obvious once you say it out loud. The organizer already has a sign-up form for free. It's just a little annoying. Ask what that annoyance is worth, and the number is small because they can live with it. But there's nothing to compare the new thing to. It stops being how much and becomes do it or don't. All 4 of them were useful. Only 1 of them could really be charged for. The speed was different too. The first 3 took a long time to turn into money after we'd already finished building them. They're still slow. The 4th one was fast. Same team, same year, same way of building. Once that clicked, I went and looked at a Korean data company, founded in 2017. They pulled data off the web and read it with natural language processing, much harder technology than anything we built. Honestly, I was jealous of them. They closed in September 2024. There were probably several reasons. One of them stuck with me. The wall around their technology came down. Crawling and language processing used to be something a team spent years building up. Now a large language model does that part. They didn't fail to create value, they failed to keep it. And that wasn't somebody else's story. 3 of our products were sitting in exactly that spot. Useful, with no particular reason it had to be us. So what did we actually have? I sat down and counted. It wasn't the code. A few good engineers could catch up with what we built in a couple of months. I know that, but our team isn't only engineers. Some of us have had our hands on the lighting and the sound in that room. We've run cables, we've broken things in rehearsal. We know what to check first when the sound dies in the middle of a show. And there's one more piece. The people who plan and direct these shows, we know them. We spent years working right next to them, so we don't just know what goes up on the stage. We know how the stage gets built, how the plan runs, where the tech breaks, and all the small jobs nobody tells you about. Those small jobs turn out to matter the most. Knowing the plan, knowing the tech, knowing the people. That's a combination software teams almost never have. And it doesn't copy the way code does. You only get it by spending years on the floor. For a while, I thought this was our weakness, Not being a pure software company felt a little unglamorous to me. It was the other way around. It was the only reason anyone would pay us. We're not a team that only writes code. We're the people taping cables to the floor the night before the event. But here's the part I like most. Knowing the room told us what to build. It didn't mean we had to be in the room every time. With the first 3, selling one usually meant we had to be at the event, setting up, checking, running over when something broke. Every sale cost us one more person on site. The 4th one isn't like that. You hand it to the people running the event and they just use it. It works with none of us there. I saw this late. What we know about the room is something you spend once in the design, not something you spend again on every sale. Same strength, and where you put it changes the whole business. So when someone asks what our company does, this is how I answer it now. The bottom layer is 4 tools: signups, check-in, captions, participation. The middle layer is this: take the friction out of a gathering from the first step to the last. The top layer is 1 line: use technology to make the moment people gather more human. If I'd written that sentence a year ago, it would have just been a nice sentence. It's different now. It tells us what not to do. If people aren't gathering, we don't go there, however big the market looks. This channel usually talks about markets, but what those 3 products taught me is exactly what I use when I look at somebody else's company. Creating value and capturing value are 2 different problems. There are plenty of companies that change an entire industry and never got paid for it. Having revenue today doesn't mean you get to keep it. My 3 were useful too. And there's one more. Having revenue doesn't mean that revenue grows. I learned that one from our own books. We used to help run the event and take a share of what the event made. The money comes in, but it only comes in when our bodies are in that room. Twice the events means twice the people out the door. The 4th one isn't like that. It runs whether we show up or not. Same word on the books. Completely different thing. A business where every extra sale costs 1 more person, and a business where it doesn't are 2 different companies. Even if this year's revenue is identical, it shows up as margin. My 4 products taught me that difference, and they charged me for the lesson. So when I take a company apart on this channel, I ask 2 things first. Why can they charge for this? And does selling more cost more people? This has always been an investing channel. From here, I'm going to mix some business in as well. The 2 are closer than they look. Different seat, different angle, same thing on the stage. Think about building long enough and you get an eye for reading a company. Think about investing long enough and you get an eye for running one. At least that's how it went for me. So if you came here for markets, stay. It's the same conversation from the other side.